I'm sure most people are aware of the story with the YouTuber and his wife that got the abortion because they found out their kid was going to have Down syndrome. The guy that is behind this is a YouTuber named McJuggerNuggets. He's a horrible human being. He's always been a horrible human being. He makes the single worst content on the internet. And when I saw that this story was out there, I immediately was like, is this even real? What you need to know about McJuggerNuggets is that he's made a career off of making up fake stories and building fake narratives. This is what he's done. And even TMZ's like doing interviews with them and all of that. It is crazy. And now people are starting to look into this a little more. So first, for those that are not aware of, what happened, let me go ahead and show you this is kind of where this whole story kind of took off right here. YouTuber Jesse Ridgway, who's better known as McJuggerNuggets. He has over 4 million subscribers. He's been around for a long time. And his wife aborted their child after finding out the baby had Down syndrome. Now, this is them doing this is like an in real time reaction. Who does this? Who does this? Who records the moment that you find out that your baby might have defects? Who does this?
Here we go. So we're going to see the result. I have to download the official report. Abnormal insight result. Consistent with trisomy 21. No.
What is it? Wait. Where are you seeing this?
No.
Let me see. I can't see it.
It says abnormal insight result. That showed 3 chromosome 21 signals consistent with trisomy 21 Down syndrome. Genetic counseling is recommended. Pattern consistent with trisomy 21.
Why are you recording this? What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? I don't understand it. So this goes mega viral. Okay? Mega viral. Everybody is reacting to this news. Everybody's talking about it. Okay? Even got Patrick Bet David in on the party right here reacting to it.
YouTuber Jesse Ridgway and wife made difficult decision to terminate pregnancy after Down syndrome diagnosis came out, and it was a gut punch, okay, when the story came out. So, gut punch for them. So here's the story, okay? This was the baby of the YouTuber that apparently came out, and they found out. And Rob, Vinny, were they at first celebrating?
The amount of people that are buying into this is crazy to me. I do not believe this is legit. I straight up believe this is a troll from them. I really do.
Just on why actually ended their pregnancy, explaining why in a serious post on YouTube. Is this the video of them?
This is them celebrating.
Yes. Go ahead.
They found out that they were pregnant.
So this is them finding out they're pregnant. Not that they know the kid's down. Okay, go for it. Go ahead.
Okay, read that. There's a faint line right there.
Where's the instruction?
Okay.
Why is this complex? Where's the pregnant, not pregnant one?
So positive, 2 strong lines, or a strong line and a faint line. Negative, positive, Jeff.
Right?
So you think this whole thing is fake? I think that there's enough evidence to question if this is legit. Absolutely. So a few days ago, Nicholas Diorio made a tweet. He's deleted the tweet for some reason. I don't know why. But he was basically talking about how he thought this was probably legit. And I said, anyone that's paid attention to this loser knows this is very possible. He's fucked up enough for this to be a skit. I really hate this dude. Talking about McJuggerNuggets. That's me. That was 2 days ago.
That's positive. I freaked out.
Dang, it is.
What have you done?
I don't know.
Why stage something like this? For attention. But just wait. I've got more reasons to why I believe that there's reason to believe that this could be a troll from them. I don't know if it is, but you just have to ask the question. It kind of goes back to the Michael Jackson situation. You have to ask yourself, what type of parent would take a payoff if their child had been abused by this world famous superstar? Probably the type of parent that would make it up in the first fucking place, right? What type of person would record and monetize a very painful moment in their life of this situation that they're going through? What type of person would do that? Probably the type of person that would fake it to begin with.
So what, this is just their pregnant.
This is them. No, this
They're
is them
celebrating
finding
that they're
out.
pregnant.
Yeah, they're finding out
Okay,
that
that's
she's
great.
pregnant.
So what
And
happens
then,
next, Vin?
and then so there's a video, Robbie. This is them.
And probably, hypothetically, could have gotten a big payday from a pro-abortion crowd, because this puts abortion back at the forefront and the discussion back at the forefront, and it brings the conversation back to the forefront.
I don't know what app he's using, or I'm sorry, what results he's getting, like how the doctors are sending it, but this is them finding out that the kid has Down syndrome. Not that it's like dying and it's something bad. It just has Down syndrome.
Go ahead.
So we're going to see the result. I have to download the official report.
Yeah, we don't need to watch this
normal
crap
one.
again.
Yeah, it's just-
And then they announced right there on the video.
Well, they because there was an ultrasound video, Pat, when once she started getting to the point, you can see the baby
Yep.
in the womb,
Yep.
which is, which they were, that was the baby in there, healthy, other than just having Down syndrome. And like, Pat, here's my opinion. I know you guys are going to have yours. It's they admitted making the decision that it was going to be an inconvenience, or they didn't want to deal with the responsibility that comes with raising a child with Down syndrome. And look, I criticize all these IRL, clavicular, all these people, because it's not my kind of content, but this is something different. To record yourself getting the diagnosis.
You want to know what's an inconvenience? Illegal immigrants in my country. That's an inconvenience. Let's worry about that. Deport all illegals.
Talking about it publicly, then deciding to kill that baby's life. To me, it's horrific to me. To me, this is my opinion, Vincent Oshana's opinion. It's selfish. It's horrific. 67% to 85% of pregnancies in the United States with a Down syndrome diagnosis are aborted. That's not, listen to me. God does not make mistakes. Every single life has value. Every single one, okay? The Bible in Psalm 139, Tom, me and you talked about this before. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. That means God formed this child, okay? And loved that child before it was even born. A baby with Down syndrome is not a mistake, okay? That child is still fearfully and wonderfully made in the eyes of God, okay? Maybe, let's just say, maybe, because nobody knows the plan, Pat. Maybe that child would have been the greatest blessing that these two streamers could have ever received. Maybe God was going to work through them to soften their hearts, strengthen their freaking marriage, inspire other families.
And by the way, I finally just got my Kick working. So we are live on Kick for those that are curious. Finally got it reconnected and everything. So we're good to go now.
Pat, that are dealing with this same thing. Instead, this child is never going to get a chance to breathe. I don't know if they already had the abortion, Rob, but that child, they chose the fate of that child, okay? And I know people with Down syndrome, Pat. You know my best friend, Artie. He's Armenian. He has...
Dude, I do too, man. Beardo, Drunk 3PO, Ryan Kennel. Like, I got friends that have it. Like, they're good people. Well, Jay and Beardo are, not so much Ryan.
Down syndrome. He is one of the happiest, loving, never upset, affectionate, pure-hearted people I've ever seen in my life. And by the way, this goes to every single kid with Down syndrome that I've seen, Pat. They're freaking happy. Here's a quick video, guys, of me with my friend Artie. I'm basically introducing him for the first time to his Michael Jackson in the Armenian community. His name is Harut Babujan. Look at the happiness in this kid. Go ahead, Rob. Who's your best friend in the whole world? Who's your best friend? Look at him. Who's your favorite singer of all?
Harut Babujan.
Harut, right? All right, open that door. Go inside.
Listen, I'm on YouTube, so I'm going to be very careful. All I'm saying is I would much rather be surrounded by a bunch of people with Down syndrome than other groups of people in the United States of America. Just saying.
This is in Glendale, Pat. You know where this is. Look at this. Harut. Who's that? Look at that. Look at this dude, bro.
Yeah.
Harut's a G.
Who's your?
I think he's speechless.
Look at this guy, bro.
Voice.
Artie,
Stop.
Artie, you know who that is?
Look at how watch this.
Habibi.
Look at Harut, Pat. Look at this.
Awesome.
Look at how happy he is, bro.
He didn't give you shit.
Okay,
What a
you-
gentle.
He's just happy. Just happy.
Harut.
my
Good for
God,
Harut
did it
as
out of
well.
no, didn't know me, didn't know. I just told him the situation through one of my friends. And guys, yes, this comes with challenges. Having a child with Down syndrome has challenges. Nobody's denying that. But guess what? He's still a human being created in God's image. Okay, his life has just as much value as anybody else. And guess what? So if you truly can't handle it, have the baby, give it up for adoption. There's families out there that are praying every day for freaking children. Okay,
Dude, this in this moment right now, because again, the evil of these YouTubers that have decided to either do this horrible act or they're doing some fake story for content. It's obviously changed the discussion for from different perspectives. If you are so upset about this is a perfect moment for me to promote a movie that I have talked about many times. And I've talked about it. I've seen this movie multiple times. It's not a movie this prominent. The Peanut Butter Falcon. Watch The Peanut Butter Falcon.
families that would love to have a baby with everything that they had. So the whole story, Pat, really, I was in tears yesterday. I'm happy I got it all out. It broke my heart because this baby is still a blessing, even if the world saw it as a burden. And it really bothered me. And, prayers for the child. Again, I don't know if they aborted it or not, but to just decide to kill it like that, Pat, really, it hurt me. It hurt me really bad.
Rob, is this them posting the results of what they're getting from people?
Yeah, this is the backlash that they received in their
So it says, I've never seen such hate.
And here comes the victim narrative. So let me build this story for you, okay? So this Jesse and Ashley Ridgway Down syndrome abortion story isn't adding up to me. I think they faked the whole thing. I went to McJuggerNuggets YouTube channel, which is Jesse's main channel with over 4 million subscribers. His channel is riddled with controversial and weird, depressing videos. His wife, Ashley, has been the girlfriend leaving him in a number of videos. There are many videos about bad diagnosis to varying people in his life. How do we know any of this is real? This is my point. This is who this clown is. Look at this. The truth about my fake girlfriend. Fans broke into my house. McJuggerNuggets' new girlfriend. Begging for my ex-girlfriend back. My girlfriend is leaving me. My girlfriend is done with me. My mom has a tumor. Ashley and I broke up. My girlfriend is leaving me. I'm in the emergency room. RIP to his aunt. This is who he is. He's a terrible fucking human being, okay? I've always hated this dude. I've always hated his garbage content. It pisses me off. And so I believe that this is just another example of him doing another skit. And so, his aunt did pass away. Whoop-de-fucking-do. That doesn't change the fact that he's been lying about shit. And he's only making a video about his aunt passing away because he wants money from it. That's the point. Why does the internet need to know about your aunt passing away? It's because he can make money off of it. He's looking for sympathy off of it. I mean, I just had a terrible week with my family. I'm not giving you specifics because I don't really want to put that information out there because it's not worth it. It's not for the internet to know the specifics and details of my life. And so this guy has absolutely no shame whatsoever. None. He's a pathetic piece of shit. So now he's playing the victim right here.
Hate and vitriol for two people grieving the loss of their unborn child and making an impossible decision in the last 24 hours has exposed a side of humanity that is deeply disturbing, being called murderous piece of evil compared to Hitler and receiving nonstop death threats, seeing my 6-year-old dog and stage 4 kidney disease be used as a weapon, manipulating my words and intent in a tweet or saying will regrets this decision forever and must repent to God is an absolute insanity. If you ever wanted to marvel at the what is that
Depravity?
word? Depravity of people online. Just check the replies on my latest tweet. It's a shit show of epic proportions. Keep going. Okay.
And I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of this.
Not
I don't like this
at all.
I don't like this at all. You know,
Oh,
so I'll give
You
you.
don't like what, Patrick? Now, again, I like when Patrick Bet David talks about things that he knows. But when Patrick Bet David is talking about shit he doesn't know anything about, it is painful. It is painful.
My side of this. A few years ago, Jennifer and I announced during Thanksgiving that Jennifer's pregnant. I think you were there.
I was
I don't
there.
know if you were there, but I do know you were there.
I was there. Yeah, I remember.
And I announced that we're pregnant, and then I announced that we're expecting twins. And so you have no idea how special of a day it was, because I wanted 5 kids. So this was God's way of saying you're going to get your 5 kids. And while we're at the hospital, they announced as twins. Jennifer's crying. I'm laughing. Just visualize it. I'm laughing so loud, and she's crying because she's like, "What the hell are we going to be doing?"
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, we go in. We choose the kids for the boy, but we don't have the name. You know, we have the name for both. Brooklyn and Lincoln was his name. So we go in. You know, 6 weeks, 7 week, 8 week, 9th week. I think it was 10th week or 11, I don't know what the week was, but it was 10 or 11 weeks or 9 weeks. You go in and they say one of them didn't make it. Now keep in mind, we don't know which one didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was very hard when we went through this. We didn't know which one didn't make it. But I'm going to tell you, we've been married now to be 17 years this month, June 26th. Our 17th anniversary is coming up. Do you know for that month of the doctor preparing us that it could be a Down syndrome kid and be prepared for it? Do you know how it was sleeping every night, her and I? Like, it was challenging. We're watching videos. We're going through the whole process, steps of how the kids are going to react, what's going to happen to you, all of this. So, by the way, I sympathize for these guys. This is a young couple. I don't know how old they are. They look like...
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about, Patrick Bet David. This guy, I am very much convinced that there is a strong possibility that this guy is faking this whole story for attention. I'm not saying it's 100%. I don't know. But if you look at the evidence of his YouTube career, it's very much possible that they are faking this whole story.
Like they're in their mid-20s. I don't know how old they are. Maybe they're in their mid-20s, maybe early 30s. They don't look like they're old. And so while you're going through it, Vinny, and maybe you don't have faith, you know, you're not somebody that has that in your life. 33 years old, is that what it is? Yes, 33 years old that they're going through. I don't know their stories at all, so I don't want to judge these guys. It is a very, very difficult thing to go through, and they made this choice. It's interesting you said that, because we have another friend of ours that they had their 4th kid, and they called me, and we had a call together. And they said the 4th kid is a Down syndrome. It's definite. And I'm listening to these guys that they're going through it. And the father, his sister, was Down syndrome growing up. Okay. And I said, look, I don't know what God is planning on doing, but maybe
So what's interesting, because I'm kind of getting bored with Patrick, because he still seems to think that this is legit and he's buying into it. So what's interesting is Asmongold initially supported this. Now he's backpedaling a little bit. So this was the original post. Asmongold's response right here. And you can read Asmon's response right there. Okay. So that is his response. Now, see, the thing about some of Asmon's fans is that they seem to think kind of how like Trump supporters think that Trump is operating on 5D chess. And so they're like, you don't understand what Asmon's really saying. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Right there is what Asmon said. Okay. Now he's starting to backpedal a little bit. And this was his response here after the victim post from McJuggernuggets. And then Asmon said, you know, I originally defended you, but after looking at your channel, it is the most demonic amalgamation of sympathy, slop, and tragedy corn I've ever seen. I can't imagine how much of a freak you would have to be to make content like that. Genuinely sick and depraved. So at least he's noticing what this guy is actually all about. But here's what's crazy. Okay. Here's what's really crazy. If this is a big if, this is a hypothetical because I don't know. But if this guy was making this whole story up and then Asmund made this response to a troll story, oof, that would be crazy. If Asmund said this to a troll and then he finally sees what this guy's content's all about, so he's starting to backpedal a little bit. Now, I believe Asmund did address this in a video.
I completely supported aborting kids that will have Down syndrome. I totally support it. I think it's the right thing to do. They're going to be a burden to society. They're going to have to be taken care of for their whole life. And again, like, I understand that this is the part where a lot of the, like, more moral people in my audience diverge. I'm really not. I'm not. I am very much a utilitarian. I'm very pragmatic. And whenever I see people that have Down syndrome or there's something fucked up about them, this is a person that will be a constant drain on society. They will only be a drain on society. And fundamentally, it's a tragedy. It's horrible. But sometimes making that decision is a mercy.
Woo! So there's Asmund. Now, one thing I've always said I appreciate about Asmund Gold is that the fact that he's going to give his honest opinion. Okay? He just is. For better or for worse. I absolutely respect that he is that transparent about everything he believes. He doesn't care what his audience thinks about it. And that is very rare on the internet. That is a wild take, though. I mean, that is an outrageous, insane take from him. So it all kind of goes back to, and this is where people, I think, don't have perspective. And I think I do a good job of having perspective beyond what's right in front of me. So your belief, Asmund's belief, and many people on the left's belief to something like this is that, well, if this person's a burden to society, then we should just get rid of them from the beginning. Okay? I think that this is the same argument. This is the same flawed argument of when liberals want to ban certain type of guns. We all know what that is setting us up for. Once you give an inch, they take a mile. So once you have implemented the precedent of giving the authority to the government to go, we're going to only take this type of weapon from you. And you're like, oh, really? Because that's just you preheating the oven. You're just setting up so that you can eventually start taking everything from me. So this is why the Pro 2A audience is like, you're not taking anything. I don't support you. I'm not giving you anything. Okay. So the point being is once you implement something to go, well, we're just going to eliminate anyone that's a burden to society. Where is the line? Where is the line? That's where it comes down to. So once you've implemented that, well, if this person is a burden to society because they have this thing wrong with them, well, what about the next thing? What about something else that might be wrong? What if someone is born without an arm? Do we just get rid of a person because they don't have an arm? Maybe they have a birth defect and they can't walk properly. Are we supposed to just get rid of them because they can't walk properly, because they're going to have to be helped around and they're going to have to be in a wheelchair and people are going to have, like, where's the line? Like, common sense. If life has determined that this person will be born, they should be born. Simple as that. So this whole story is crazy, and the victim narrative around it has been amazing. But at its core, it's all about this guy, McJuggernuggets, who I think is probably trolling the entire internet right now. And I think he's getting exactly what he wants out of this. and people are falling for it and walking right into it. Even TMZ had him on, and they talked about it on TMZ. And I'm just like, wow, you guys really are walking right into this thing, aren't you? Who knows? Who knows what's actually going to happen through this? If we ever find the truth out, I don't know. Like right here, it's possible this was planned, executed for max engagement, like a script. Steps, fake pregnancy, fake diagnosis, fake divisive decision, real responses to backlash. So, yeah, step 5 could be a fake divorce or announcing the pregnancy was faked. So, you know, I mean, ultimately, this is going in the direction that these clowns wanted. And here's their TMZ interview right here.
A very judgmental, religious base, saying we're going to burn in hell. You know, we deserve to die. You know,
I don't deserve to be a mother because of, you know, the decision that we just made.
Sometimes when you record your lives in real time this way, it can take unexpected turns that can really be emotionally gut-wrenching. And I'm just wondering how you feel about the fact that you now have this all recorded, you've posted it, and it lives with you. I'm wondering what your reaction is about all that.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I've been doing concept.
Did they not like do any research? Like, why don't you ask him, like, hey, you faked a bunch of shit on your YouTube channel over the years to get to 4 million subscribers. You have faked all types of stuff with your family. You have faked everything. Why are we supposed to believe this is true? Nobody's asking these idiots that.
For 20 years now. For the first half, it was a lot of fictional stuff like series and whatnot. There is an not unexpected, but just a harsh turn in being so vulnerable on camera and sharing it. You know, you open yourself up to scrutiny. And with this topic, you know, we really wanted to let people in on our excitement to be first-time parents. And, you know, we're met with the news, and we felt we still needed to be transparent with our audience. And then it's taken on a life of its own outside of our bubble.
And I feel like sharing what we have, you know, thus far is something I will never regret. I don't regret, you know, sharing our truth and our journey to start.
Our truth, everyone. It's our truth.
To those of you that spewed vitriol at these folks, shame on you.
Oh, shut
That is
up.
not the way to respond.
Oh, shut up.
The way to respond is with love and compassion.
You guys are so stupid. You guys have 7 million subscribers and you have no idea how YouTube works. You have no idea. We're talking about a guy. All right. Let's go to some of his most viewed videos. His most viewed videos back when he blew up. His most viewed video is Psycho Dad Shreds Video Games, where his dad is running over his video game collection. Okay. Psycho Kid Ruins Thanksgiving. This is all a skit.
I'm not saying it.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Amen.
Real funny, Dad. Made me look like a stupid idiot in front of the whole family.
It wasn't funny. It was
You do this all the time.
I know.
Sarcasm makes me look stupid.
By the way, I watched this video back in the day. I thought it was funny, but it's fake.
Jess, all we want is a job. That's all we need from you.
And I work for you. That's not a job. That's not good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's plenty good enough.
Could you
Why
just, just say something
What?
that you're thankful for? It's Thanksgiving. You can
I'm
just
not
say,
playing his game. Why are you taking his side?
I'm just trying to keep the peace.
So this is who he is, and now you guys are here on Valuetainment are like, for anyone that was being mean to them, shame on you. Like, you know who you're dealing with.
None of these tests are 100% accurate.
Okay, so I can't take any more Valuetainment. They're way deep into this, and they think that it's real. They think that this is like genuine. I don't know for sure if it's fake or if it's real, but gun to my head, I would say it's fake. It's another skit done by someone that's built his entire career off of skits. And regardless if it is or isn't a skit, it doesn't matter. I don't like these pieces of shit one way or the other.